Welcome to today's discussion on Messenger. It is not uncommon that we frequently hang out ourselves using Google Hangouts, Facebook Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, then different chat software. Of course, what we will be doing in today's session is we will be focusing on Yahoo Messenger and we will see how we can sign in, what are the different features available with Yahoo Messenger, how we can use them, how to create a room, all these things we will be looking at. Of course, now Messenger has become an integral part of many softwares, particularly social networks. For example, Facebook Messenger is very famous, Google Hangouts is very famous. So the objective of today's presentation is to introduce Messenger and other tools for interaction among different persons. And it is not uncommon that sometimes multiple people enter the messenger software and it becomes a group discussion, which is very much useful for online education as well as meetings and other activities. Messenger supports instant messaging service. Instant messaging is a way to communicate with other users over the internet in real time. Messengers are tools for real time communication, whereas email collects messages for you and sends them to recipients. You can use Messenger for exchanging messages with several users at once in a single conversation window. Messaging looks like a chat, but there are important differences. By using Messenger, you can choose the users with whom you want to communicate. So, in the case of Messenger, it is basically like a discussion sitting across the table. I send a message, you send a message, and we keep on interacting with each other. And wherever we need to express a feeling, then we can even send smileys, emojis, thumbs up, and other things. In the case of email, it's a bit difficult that you send, then the other person reads at his convenience. Sometimes he might be sitting and he might be checking the email, so he responds immediately. But there is a delay involved in the email. But at the same time, email also acts as a repository that you send something, there is there in the person's account forever. In the case of Messenger also it is available, but at the same time, it is often the case that people keep on clearing the charts to recover the storage. Because in the case of email, the server storage is used. In the case of Messenger, your local storage is used. For example, in the case of WhatsApp, whenever you are running out of the space, you will be deleting some messages, then you will get the space. And on the same mobile phone, if you are using an email, you don't need to delete any messages, because deleting email messages is not going to give you any extra space, because these messages are not stored on your mobile phone, but they are stored on the mail server, and they just get popped down whenever you go and access the account and click the inbox or check email. So there are differences between Messenger and email. Of course, whatever is convenient you can use. And in case you are sure that the person on the other end is sitting at that moment, Messenger is very convenient. But at the same time, to store the information just like a repository so that it acts as a record, then email is very useful. It is essential for you to approve the requests for communication in a messenger. It is not that anybody can join and keep interacting. There is no public log assigned for Messenger. You can communicate with other users in separate windows without involving others. Others have no idea about with whom you are conversing. Messenger allows you to send and receive messages either online or offline. You can use the Messenger to make a phone call, send a file or image or audio file or video or play games, as well as to receive alerts of new email messages. Messenger supports a real-time conversation of the multiple users. In messengers, there is no need to have a server for transferring the messages. The user directly sends message to the other users. So there are large number of advantages of messenger or email, but be careful while sharing a file or accepting a file request through messenger, as it may contain harmful viruses or any type of errors that may harm your computer system. This is very important because sometimes the file which you download may lead to further virus spread to other files, and many files may be quarantined, and ultimately it may even lead to formatting of your system that you lose the entire data. What I suggest you to save yourself from such things is every month you set a date to take backup of your systems, because you must be having a laptop, you must be having a computer at home, you must be having a computer at office, then you have a mobile phone, maybe you also have a tab. So there is a lot of data across all these devices. So it is always advisable that you take backup of these devices at least once a month, so that anything goes wrong is not going to swallow entire your data, and even if there is need to format, you are going to lose some data but not entire data. Then there are many free messenger services available through internet, such as Yahoo, MSN, Facebook, and other things. You should have a user ID and password for signing into a messenger. Of course, first of all, you have to sign in. In case you don't have an account, you can sign up. And all these services are free. Yes, in the case of Yahoo and others, there are paid services also, but you can go for a free service unless you find it very compelling to go for a paid service. Whether it is paid service or free service, it is essential to have an account. So you can create an account by clicking on sign up, and you get the user ID and you will be able to set your password, and you will be using the credentials for signing in the future for the same software or messenger. You can also use your email ID and password for signing in, because user ID is accepted as an email account. Suppose you don't have email at all, then you can create an email account, and sometimes once you create an email account, the same ID will also work for the messenger from the same service provider. So if the service provider is same, single sign-on is possible. If the service providers are different, single sign-on may not be possible. Alternatively, you can also create a messenger ID and password by clicking button get ID. Of course, whenever I am saying get ID, sign in, sign up, these labels on the buttons may change time to time. So today when you go to the messenger software, something else may be there. Please note that the ID and password works with a particular messenger software only. For example, if you have a Yahoo email ID, it can be used with Yahoo Messenger only and not with Facebook Messenger. If you want to access Messenger services, then first you have to install Messenger software on your computer system. You can download it from their respective websites. After installing it, you can open it by double clicking on the Messenger icon located in the taskbar beside your computer clock, or by selecting Access Messenger from your Start menu under Programs. Of course, again it changes from operating system to operating system. In case you are using an Apple device, the menus may change. If you are using an iMac, or if you are using an iPad, if you are using an iPhone, or if you are using an Android, if you are using a Windows-based system, or if you are using a Linux-based system, so sometimes these menu options will change, and also sometimes the software may be the same, but still the interface will be different. But our discussion is based on Yahoo Messenger and as an example. However, you can use any other messenger service for this purpose without any problem. Now let us see how we can sign in to Yahoo Messenger. To sign into Yahoo Messenger, first of all we have to click the Start button, then select Programs, then select Yahoo Messenger. Then we have to make sure that we have already installed the Yahoo Messenger on our system. In case we did not install the Yahoo Messenger, then first we have to install the Yahoo Messenger, and then we should try to sign in. We have to enter our Yahoo ID and password. Then there are three check buttons which are not mandatory to click on. These are sign in as invisible to everyone checkbox. It is used to make you invisible. That is, it shows that you are offline to others. For example, when I log into the messenger, or even when I am checking the email, what happens is the particular messenger window will show that I am present. In case I did not check the sign in as invisible to everyone box. Suppose I checked in to the sign in as invisible to everyone, then what will happen is that others will not know that I am online. So I will not be disturbed. Otherwise, somebody may interrupt us. So in case we are free and we think that somebody interrupting is not an issue, then we don't need to sign in as invisible. Otherwise, it is better that we sign in as invisible to everyone. And also remember my ID and password checkbox is used to remember our ID and password whenever we log in next. Then we don't need to enter our ID and password. We are automatically logged in. But the major problem is that in case we are accessing our account from a cyber cafe or a shared computer, there are chances that the other people may misuse our accounts. So in case we are using a machine which is owned by us and only we are going to use it, then it is okay to check the box that remember my ID and password. Otherwise, it is not suggested to use that particular checkbox which says remember my ID and password. And now let's have a look at the image. Please do not check this box if you are accessing the messenger from a computer that is shared among many users. Now let us try out other messengers for instant messages. Sign in automatically checkbox allows us to sign into our account when the messenger software is run. Now let us click on the sign in button. If we do not have a Yahoo ID, we should click on the get Yahoo ID button and then create an account with the service provider. And let us see now how to sign out or exit out of the Yahoo Messenger. To sign out of Yahoo Messenger, we have to click the Messenger menu in Yahoo Messenger and select the sign out. To exit Yahoo Messenger, right click on the emotion icon located in your system tray, which is at the bottom right corner of the screen, and then we have to select the exit. Then we will be exiting. But at the same time, how to send an instant message. Okay, we have seen how to sign in and how to sign out. These both are very, very important. It is like just getting into the car, starting it, and then you should be in a position to put a brake. But apart from starting and putting a brake, there are several other things which you have to learn while traveling. So now using Messenger, how to send an instant message. Now just have a look at the figure given here. One of the key uses of Messenger is in sending instant messages. To send an instant message is that we need to follow several steps. So first thing is we have to click the actions menu in Yahoo Messenger and select send an instant message. And then let us double click the ID of the person we wish to send a message to. So an instant message window will open and we can type our message in the designated area and then press the send button. Then there are several features of Messenger. So Messenger software provides a variety of facilities for our convenience. The main features or facilities provided by Yahoo Messenger are instant messaging, that is, we can use the instant messaging to send text messages in real time to our friends. For this, both the sender and the receiver should be online at the same time. Then we have chat rooms. Here we can join a chat room to meet new friends with whom we want to discuss the favorite topics. Then photo sharing. We can share digital photographs from the hard disk and even we can discuss about them over instant messenger while we and our friends view them together. Then PC to PC calls. We can make a voice call to another Yahoo Messenger user who is currently online. For using this facility, we should have a microphone and speakers or headset in our computer system. Some messengers also allow PC to other phone calls. However, we need to pay charges for such facilities. However, we have to make sure that it is legal to make such calls as per the contract of our internet service provider. Then another thing is text messaging, and we normally call it as SMS. We can use Messenger to send text messages to our friends' mobile phones. However, such facilities are chargeable. Of course, all of us know that they are chargeable, provided it is not incoming. For incoming SMS, we don't need to pay any charge. For only outgoing SMS, we need to pay charge, and it varies from the operator to operator. Then one thing is webcam. Using it, what we can do is that we can share live video created by the plugin webcam on our PC with our friends. Then we have instant messaging conferencing. Here we can use the instant message with many friends at once in a conference room. Then also it is possible for us to transfer the files from one to another across the messenger. Normally what we do is we attach the file and send email. But in the case of Messenger also, it is possible that we attach the file and it is taken on the other account. So in the case of file transfer, what we can do is instantly we can send them to a friend while using the Messenger. At the same time, there will be a maximum size limit when we are sending files. This is applicable for a messenger. It is also applicable for an email. It is not possible that we send a file of any size using messenger or email. Always there are limits in place. Then there is what is called budge alert. We can get the attention of our friend by clicking budge button, or we can press Ctrl G. Then we have Yahoo Mail. Of course, Yahoo Mail is one of the popular services. In fact, Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo Mail. These are the three email services that are very famous, and most of the people are having accounts across all the three service providers. Then one feature is voicemail. In fact, our friends can leave us a voicemail in case we are not available. Then there are mail alerts. It may be notified about a new mail message arrival. Then there is something called address book or contact book. We can view and edit the address book information for the contacts. Basically, maintaining addresses of the contacts is the most difficult thing which I personally experienced. So what I found is that there is a people app with OneDrive. So whoever is having an Hotmail account, what they can do is they can have a look at the apps that Microsoft offers after logging into the account, and in that you find what is called People app, People, and if you click there, it is possible for you to input the information of any person, including address, phone number, email, and other things, including website URLs. And I find it very convenient. In fact, one can say that even in Google, we have Google Contacts. Okay, and in the case of Hotmail also, we have the People, and in the case of Yahoo also, we have. But at the same time, I found personally more convenient. So you can find something else more convenient. But managing the contacts is a really big challenge, because in case we write in a book, we have to carry the book with us. But in case we are using an online service, then we should be sure that we record the contact very easily, irrespective of our contractual obligations, that we are using a corporate mail ID or something, that a lot of information is stored about the employee, and we are not interested in knowing the entire information, but we just need their mobile numbers or something like that. So from that perspective, I found the People app very useful. Then another activity is chatting. A chat room is a website, or it is part of a website. Chat provides the functionality to the users to communicate in real-time environment. It is different from forums and discussion groups. In forums and discussion groups, we can post a message. However, we do not have the functionality for interactive messaging. In most cases, we don't need to install any special software to join a chat room. And now let's have a look at the image. This is a chat window basically. So we can register for any chat room of our choice. We can log onto a chat room by first choosing a username and password. Once in the chat room, we can see the list of people who are currently online in that chat room. All these users are alerted about the arrival in the chat room. The chat with them by us is going to be done using a text box and by typing the text message in it and then sending it. All the messages sent by us and others are displayed in the message area. This message area is visible to everyone who is currently logged in to that chat room. We can also use chat software to send files to other users, or to add a user, or to send private messages to specific user, or to view the profile of a user. Most of the present day chat service providers provide voice chat and video chat. We can send private messages to any user available in the chat window by double clicking on their name. We can use chat window menu for text styling, sending emotions, and budge. We can also change the Windows environment for a better look. In case a chat message arrives when we are not online, it may be saved as offline chat messages till we join the chat again. Whenever we join the chat again, we can see the offline chat messages. And let us see now how to start the chat. As discussed earlier, the basic concept behind the chat is to provide an interactive real-time environment for the communication. Now have a look at the image. Nowadays we have lots of chat providers in market such as Yahoo, MSN, Gtalk and others. So let us have a look at some of the details associated with the Yahoo chat. To start chat, first we have to go through some steps. The first step is to install the Yahoo Messenger or any other messenger in our system. Then we sign into our account by using the ID and password. Then we click on the messenger option from menu. And now from the image, it is very much clearly visible that we have to select the Yahoo chart and click on join a room option. Join room dialog box gets invoked, and then we have to select an option from the categories list. A list of that particular category will open in right side. Double click on it, and for example, let me say in Yahoo chart window, there is something called the fight room. It is the name of opened chart category. Similarly, there will be different chat categories and we can select any one of them. Once we do that, a chat window gets invoked. Then we can enter the text in text area and click on enter. Then we will go to the display window, and if we want a chart with a particular person from the list shown in the right of the Yahoo chart window, then we have to double click on it. The instant message windows get invoked and we can enter text on that particular window. And in the case of other options, chart window has buttons such as webcams, voice and send file, and there are many other options. The webcam option is used for video conferencing, and if you want a voice conversation with others, then use voice button. If you have some files which you want to share or send to others, then use send file option. It is also possible that on the internet you will find a wide variety of chat rooms where multiple users can interact on a common topic. We can join these chat rooms as per our interest and make new chat friends. We can also create a chat room and customize it. Then we have what are called news groups. One of the interesting services on internet is called Usenet. Of course, at present we are not using all these things. So Usenet allows a group of internet users to exchange their views or ideas on a topic of common interest. There are many such groups on the internet and are collectively called news groups. Each news group has a unique name. A news group is like a large electronic notice board. It can be accessed by all the members belonging to that group. As a member of the news group, if you want to share your views on a particular topic with other members of the group, then send a formatted message which is processed and interpreted by moderator of a group before being posted on the notice board. Once a message is posted on the board, then it can be easily accessible by any member of that group. So all these members who get access can read them. Then there are two types of news groups. One is moderated, the other is non-moderated. In the case of moderated, when a message is posted, that message first of all will be examined by the moderator, and only after the moderator accepts, the message is posted to the group. In the case of non-moderated, you can directly post them to the group. So the main idea behind the moderated news group is that we have to maintain the quality of the messages which have been posted in the news group for its members. In non-moderated news groups, no one moderates the quality of the message. Anyone can post anything. For example, several newspapers will have an option for you to post your comments after you read the article. But once you post the comment is not immediately visible. The comment is routed to the moderator and the moderator accepts it, only then the comment is visible. So there are several ways of using a news group, and normally what happens is moderated news groups are more meaningful than non-moderated news groups because the content will not disturb anybody, and at the same time the person who moderates should be a very responsible person that valid posts are not blocked. So, dear students, what I suggest you is that you go through this material, go through different snapshots, and try to create a messenger account for yourself, any messenger, whether it is a Facebook messenger or Yahoo or anything, and then log in, chat, and mail your experience to me. Thanks a lot.